we go, live. Hi. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. We're live at Madhouse TV. We're live streaming on the internet over www.madhousetv.com and live on Facebook Live. We're rocking today. We have an awesome show, and it really is a show that comes full circle, I think, in my world. And as I was driving in, I always meditate. Yes, I meditate while I'm driving. And I was processing, I forget what I was saying. Somebody must have came in and blocked me. Processing my thoughts about today's show. So coming full circle, I always say that when I talk about my world, because we all have our own world. We all have our own purposes. We all have our own life challenges, and we all have our life excitements. But it really is about our world. So when I speak to somebody or I speak to anyone, I always say, in my world, and that's really because it's how I feel. But we all have our own truths and our own opinions and our own realities, and we just need to respect each other with the realities. That's my truth in my world. So, but coming full circle is really very interesting. Theresa is a spiritual medium. She's a wonderful, dear friend. She's been my friend for I can't tell you how many years, because neither one of us can remember how we connected. It was just meant to happen. But we'll go into a little bit more later on. But she helped. She tried to have the spirits work on me after my stroke to heal myself and to join both sides together and to really defragment my brain. And she was really the beginning process of the whole healing episode for me, the understanding of the healing process. So it's pretty awesome to have her here to come full circle, because I think that I'm pretty aware. I don't think I am 100% healed, but I do know the what's the word I'm looking for? Not procedures, not projects, not how I have to handle things when I do get tired and when I do get where I don't understand something. So I'm aware of that. So Theresa was really a big part of the healing process for me a long, long time ago. And I'll share with you what she told me back then. And she actually just wrote a very interesting book, which I actually didn't know about it. I knew the title, but I didn't know about it until I came into the studio and talked to her. And it really is important stuff. You're going to be, I was pretty impressed at the topic that it is, which I'm going to leave that as a little tease. And we're going to talk about the fact that she spiritually mediums animals. Maybe she'll bring through my puppies. And we're looking for Judy's
Fluffy.
Wonderful Fluffy. There's the Theresa's communication. What is it? Theresa
Communicates.
Theresa Communicates. That's
and those
awesome.
are my two kids with me.
So,
Thank you.
so let me introduce everybody to you. And can you open it up, Janine? Okay, so to my right, I have Theresa.
Hi, everybody.
Woo!
Renee, thank you for having me. I am so honored to be here.
Yee!
I'm so excited.
I know, we are.
I'm like all tingling and stuff.
I know, that's good when you get the tingles
Tingles.
down the arms, And then, of course, we have Nancy, our special correspondent.
Hi,
everybody. What's your new last name?
Cavallone.
Cavallone. Do you go by that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I still use my other name just for business purposes. But
Right. So Nancy Cavallone, I have to learn. Cavallone.
It's a beautiful name.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
It is.
the one and only Judy Marlowe Ratway.
Yes.
The everything to me. And at the end of the show, you're going to meet Cheryl, who is Theresa's friend, who is just like Judy and really is an awesome help. And we'll look forward to coming together with everybody. So let's begin, because we have a jam-packed show.
Yes, we do.
I can't take it. So Teresa, how do we meet?
Oh my God, it's so long ago. I can't even begin to tell you.
I
I
don't-
remember when your children were just hitting pre-adolescence.
I don't remember.
I mean, it's going back.
I know
that
I remember
long.
them, but I cannot remember. Like, I don't remember us connect. Like, usually you remember what the first time you meet somebody, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was at an open forum where I do gallery readings, and then I think you came for a private reading. Then I went to one of your shows where you were singing.
You did?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Did you? Yeah, I did.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're awesome.
It's got to be at least 15 years.
Oh, it's got to be more than 15 years.
It's got to be 15 years because you were the second spiritual guidance, because I call people that come into my life that are spiritual guidance. You were the second one. I had a
Okay.
friend from church, Lori, her name was, and she was like the first one that helped me to understand, the spiritual world. But you were the second one, so I really don't remember. But it doesn't matter because we're here.
We're here.
Yay!
We're here, and we're here to help people. And that's what's important.
You had a reading last night.
I had
a whole reading, a general reading.
I had
for
a gallery
people.
forum last night.
Okay.
In the Saddlebrook Marriott. I have another one coming up on June 17th, and I think that'll be the last one before the book launch is going to be in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. My book's called What Happens the Day After, and it's messages from adolescent suicides.
Wow.
And
Wow.
the book talks about life contracts, life path, and actually their readings and their interviews with suicide victims on the other side.
Wow.
That's my specialty, is talking to those on the other side, not only people, but animals.
Wow. Wow.
And the reason I wrote the book, because everybody asks me, why would you take such a heavy topic to be launched? That's my first book out. Because the work that I do privately at night is I help spirits pass over into the light.
Right.
And at my house for probably the last 2 years, there's a lot of suicides.
Wow.
A lot of suicides passing.
Yes.
And in my world, like you just said, your reality is your world.
Yeah.
In my world,
Yeah.
it's become epidemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it got me so upset that I decided to write a book. So my hope is that somebody who's contemplating suicide or a parent who is a survivor reads the book to understand some of the process.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna go into that. We're gonna have to hold the second segment,
Okay.
and really talk about that in a really important form, because we want to give the proper respect to the details that you want to share with the world. And as I always tell everybody, this is really important because it's always on the internet, and we can always use it, and it really is a teaching education, as we spoke about before.
Absolutely.
What was I going to say? I'm forgetting what I'm going to
It's okay.
say today.
It's all right. That's our world.
Senior
Don't
moment,
worry.
and you're not even a senior.
So last night, was there any like people that were surprised by what you were saying? Do people usually get like shocked? I remember in the green room when you were talking to that gentleman that's an artist, he was a little shocked by.
He actually had to leave the room. He was so overwhelmed and taken back that he actually had to leave the room to kind of process what I had just said to him.
Yeah.
Yes, even last night in the open forum, there were quite a few people who sat there stoic for a short period of time. I kind of call it deer in the headlights. And the next thing you know, they burst out crying.
Wow.
And they're overwhelmed. Because the information, sometimes it takes a while to process. Sometimes it takes a while to be receptive and like, can this person really be telling me exactly what I'm telling you? And I do very detailed information, like even from the gentleman who walked out. Like,
Right.
it's like, how did you know?
Tommy.
How did you know? Because I listen. I'm a very unique, gifted spiritual messenger. I am clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. I have a complete tag team that works with me. And more often than not, it's like me having a TV screen in front of it, of my eyes, and they'll give me a remote control and ask them, and I can pause what I see to kind of articulate what I'm being shown and gather all the information. I can fast forward. So I'm able to take a full 360 perspective on the individual to deliver information, and my job is to improve the quality of people's lives. So last night, we did quite a few readings. It was, again, a sold-out event.
Was it? How many
Yes.
people?
We had about 200.
Wow, that's a lot.
And oh God, you've grown to enormous heights. I mean, that's awesome.
I always ask my tag team, and I pray a lot, just like you do,
Yes.
meditate, to ask for help. Like even on our way in, this is Long Island, and I come from Jersey. Last night after
Me
the open
too.
forum, I'm driving home and saying, "Oh dear God, and my angels and my tactic, please make the driving smooth tomorrow."
when I'm on the throgs and okay, it's going to be clear, 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 and I'm talking to myself. I am, and I'm talking out loud. Okay, it's going to go clear. No, it's going to go. No, when I see like that detour, I'm like, nope, that's not true. That was prior, you know.
Right.
I'll never forget. This is how the angels work. This is how the angels work. I was at ShopRite, and it was mobbed. The cold cut department was like 30 in front of us. It was mobbed. And it wasn't the time where, you can put your order in. And so I stood there, and my daughter's like, are we going to wait? I said, yep. So I just used my power of energies. In 5 minutes, it went down to our number.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh,
The synchronicity of use.
yes! And my daughter looks at me and goes, she's weird.
You know.
That's
not at
positive
all.
thinking.
Positive thinking.
Absolutely,
is
and
the
it's the
most important
synchronicity
thing.
of the universe.
Yeah.
That's how it works with us. It connects with us, and it attaches our connection to help us in our journey of life.
Yeah.
And I talk about that, and that's why I think we all need to stay connected, light workers,
Yes,
people
yes.
who are positive and affirmations, so that we can bring more love and light into the world.
Yeah. Do you want to ask her?
I was just going to say, I mean, that's part of, after I had my stroke, the most important thing to me was to stay very positive and to realize that I was going to get through this. Somehow, God was going to get me through this because he wasn't ready yet for me. And that's one thing that I always tell everybody. I know Renee's the same way. Stay positive. Put the positive energy out there. Let people know what a positive person you are, and you're going to get that positivity back.
Yes,
And if there's
yes.
negativity, just get rid of it.
Let it go. Let it go.
But to
Let it
stay
go.
positive, yes, it's difficult. But to me, it's one of the most important things you can do for yourself and for others.
Yeah.
And that it's also very important for your body, because your
Yes.
body responds
Yes.
to that healthy, positive energy.
Exactly.
Your vibration, your aura,
Yep.
and that allows you to recuperate in a healthier, stronger way.
I wanna
And
ask
a lot
you
of people don't realize that your DNA actually responds to that.
It
Oh
does.
my God,
It
yes.
definitely
Yes.
does.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100% on that.
You know, I'm a cancer survivor, so when I went through
When did
cancer,
you I remember. I remember that.
I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Yes, I remember
for
that.
8 years right now.
Yes,
Oh,
I
that's
remember.
wonderful.
I remember
Thank
you
you.
go.
Yeah.
I think
Great.
I
You saw me
yes.
when I had my shaved head.
Yes. Gosh, we've been through.
I've been through the mill. Shaved head, and I
through
always
the mill, and here we are. Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all
I wanted
good.
to ask you,
Sure.
when you first had the stroke, did anybody, any relative, any friend, anybody come in thinking that you couldn't hear them and say something negative about your stroke? And
No, because I was very alert. I knew exactly what had happened, and I was listening to everything around me because, again, you have to be your own best advocate.
Right, because that did happen with my dad.
Oh,
I had
really?
a cousin come in and actually say,
Really?
oh my God, if this ever happens to me, shoot me. And I said to my dad, I took her out of the room first, and I said to my dad, you're going to get better. And I kept saying, you're going to get better, you're going to
Yeah.
get better.
Positive
and we went,
reinforcement.
and I gave him a lot of positive,
You have
and
to,
he made it through another 3 years and 3 months.
Really?
So
No.
I was constantly giving him positive energy.
That's the best thing you can
and
do.
I
for
made
anybody.
sure that cousin did not visit again.
I was had to no.
Judy's an angel. Actually, when I was talking about before, how Theresa really helped me. Everything happens in your life for a reason, and we came together, for me to begin the healing process, and she the one thing I always, and I don't remember many things, but I always remember God saying to me, like, remember this moment because it's going to be really important. And one of the moments that I remember that Theresa said to me was to love my right side, because I was separate. My brain was scrambled and my body was separate. I didn't look that way. Nobody could see it. Only spiritual people that understood what was going on the inside knew. But so she would say, love your right side, like it's a part of you. Love it. And I remember, do you remember why or the?
Yes, because I deal with a lot of people who come for readings who have health issues. And when you put out love, your body responds. You're not only your DNA, every cell in your body responds in a healthier way. And when you have a stroke, it compromises a part of your brain and it compromises a part of your body. So what the affirmation is to love your body, to love your mind. It allows everything to come back into a place of harmony and starts to rejuvenate. And over time, stroke victims start to get the use of their body. They sometimes get most of their collective consciousness back, but it takes time, but it also takes the loving energy. You know, I read something really quick. I just want to share this with you. Einstein wrote a letter to his daughter. I don't know if you've ever read the letter.
No.
And he, out of everything, M equals MC squared, he said, I've discovered all that, but there's one thing I haven't taught the world, and I want to share it with you, my daughter, that love is the energy that man has not discovered yet. Love is the connection. Love can heal. Love can reconnect. Love can do things that what I've learned and I've discovered is just a fragment of what love can do.
Wow.
And that's what the letter was written all
Well,
about.
it's so funny because, you know, you probably haven't followed all our shows for the last 2 years because you've so been, no. But it's so funny that you're confirming what we say.
Yeah, exactly.
Our biggest thing is when somebody suffers a stroke and any illness, it doesn't matter what illness it is. It doesn't, to me, love should be the answer no matter what. Anyway, the world is crazy out there. But we feel that if somebody suffers a stroke, they need to be surrounded with love.
Absolutely.
And they shouldn't have to worry, them and their families shouldn't have to worry about the politics or the insurance. They should be able to heal in peace.
Correct.
And because they will be able to heal.
Yes.
They will be able to heal. We talk about that. As a matter of fact, the last show we had, Congressman Michael
We had someone, Michael Fitzpatrick.
Yes,
He was wonderful.
Yes. So it's funny. So before we go to our break, and then we're going to come back and talk about your wonderful book, Judy's cat.
Judy's cat's in the neighborhood. He's just doing the cat thing. He's a little upset. You know, animals have personalities, and they're each unique like human beings. We each have a unique fingerprint, which denotes our unique personality. And all of us have some gifts that are different than others, but we all have gifts. Animals are no different.
I saw that she had a lot of emotion. She was doing things that I never saw a cat do before, like greeting us, actually coming off the stoop, going into the garage, and communicating with us.
Absolutely. So the fact that you had gone away for an extended period of time, she got very upset. And this is kind of her way of saying, I'm a little upset and I'm a little PO'd and I see you. I guarantee you, every time I work with missing animals, especially cats, not so much dogs, but cats, they're always in the neighborhood. They always pay attention. Mm-hmm. They might not want to make their presence known just yet. But when
she had all the food, I had a friend coming constantly and bringing food, putting it there for her. But after a few days, she seemed to have stopped.
Yeah, because she got mad.
She was you should have seen the look on her face when I left. What an attitude.
Right, even though you're providing food, you weren't providing the love that emanates from you. So she was looking for that connection, that energy. It wasn't there. So I'm going to go off and do my thing, and maybe I'll show up somewhere down the line. And please remember something else. Animals don't know time.
Yes.
So
Neither do I.
We talk
Tommy's
about
coming. We probably have to take a break. But go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
real quick. Animals don't have time, and you were left you had gone away on vacation for an extended period of time. In her world, when she's good and ready, she'll come back.
I hope so.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, we're really happy. Fluffy is okay. Okay, so when we come back, we're going to talk about. We're going to be a little bit more somber. We're going to talk about really important topic, which actually I told you before. I just found out, and I'm really honored and privileged to have a platform to help Theresa in her mission to bring awareness to adolescent suicide. It's and that she talked to the other side and those that passed over. So when we come back, we're going to really have a wonderful and really in-depth conversation. We'll be right back.
Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Hello, I'm Dr. G. I've established an organization called Voices for Veterans. We use music to honor veterans and to help the public understand what veterans have gone through when they come home from war. On October 22nd of this year, we're going to have an incredible show, a 3.5-hour concert at Malloy College, one of the greatest 500-seat theaters on Long Island. We're going to honor 25 veterans. We've taken an incredible band, 15 people from Long Island, some of the best musicians we could find, and we merged it with a 30-person choir, merging gospel with rock and roll. This incredible 3.5-hour show is like none other that you've ever seen. This is Grammy quality. October 22nd, you can buy a ticket, you can make a donation, you can get involved, you can help us with the committee. You can look us up at veterans.org and go on our website and get all the information about the show. Please make a difference to these veterans by coming aboard with us with Voices for Veterans. Thank you so much.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do dogs chase cats?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You smell so good, I won't have to bathe the next 2 weeks. Anything. So, here, laugh a little harder. All right?
I will take him. I would be proud to show you off, you little weirdo man.
Get a new sweater. The worst dressed man here tonight. Right? Look, get that laugh, and get it in there tonight because nobody else is going to laugh like her. She's under drugs, all right?
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hogshair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
We're back.
Hi, welcome back to Renee Marie's Stroke of Luck. We're with Theresa and Nancy and Judy and Cheryl, who's on the other. Hey, you want to stop on in? Want to pop in? Come on. This is Cheryl. This
Say
is
hi,
Theresa's
Cheryl.
friend. You want to join us? You want to go in number? Want to go in?
No, that's okay.
Okay. We like to wing it, and I know everybody tells me, certain people tell me, not to use that word, but I like it. I like it.
I like going with the flow.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Winging is
Wing,
like
go
going
with
with the
flow.
flow. I mean, in my world, once again, I just kind of go with it. And where God takes me, that's where I go. It's, it's just, it's not, and I'm not, like my feet are not on the ground sometimes. So let's get to an important subject. And then Theresa kind of winged it and asked to shift a little bit because Nancy's father, who is passed on, is like right here and right next to Nancy, and he wants to say a few words. Do you want to talk about the book first, or do you want to get Nancy's father off your...
Actually, let's talk about the book first, because if once I jump there, then I get a little disoriented in talking about the business stuff.
Okay.
I try to stay focused on business stuff, but Spirit has their own agenda, so we have a little disagreement going on.
Okay. Well, just so you know, and I have a studio at home, and you can come and we can do a whole interview about your book.
Okay, that'd be
We
awesome.
could really talk about your book once you get it. We could YouTube it. We could Facebook it live. We could
that'd
do
be great.
a whole thing. So whatever once you get the book out, we'll be able to do that. So, but introduce us to the book. Like, what's the name of it? We know the topic, but tell us a little bit about the book and really, I mean, how it came to you, how you found your purpose. Because we all have a purpose in life, we know that, but how you found that.
It's a really good question, and thank you for asking me that. What wound up happening was over the last 2 years, I privately, at night, I don't get a lot of sleep. I'm usually sleep deprived as a general rule. I have spirits who come to my house that are lost, that are troubled, who haven't been able to seek the light or haven't realized they've passed, and that's quite frequently. And over the last 2 years, a lot of it has been adolescent suicides.
Wow.
And in my world, my reality, I've been seeing so much of it. I consider it an epidemic level.
It's probably, to me, I think that it's so visual to you because it was your calling. I know that it's true that it is, but it's like so on the forefront of your head and your brain and your world because it is your mission it became your mission.
Became my mission because prior to the last 2 years, I always, since I was a little girl, help people pass over to light. I have two sides of myself, one that physically lives here, one that physically lives in spirit.
I'm laughing because I live on spirit most of the time. Just like, come on.
So I have to navigate. At night, people get lost when they pass, either because it's too quick for them or it's tragic, or lately they took their own lives and didn't realize what they had gotten themselves into. And there's also been a lot of overdosing of drugs, which has also been epidemic.
That's an epidemic, yes.
So add that all together, but that's a form of suicide. A lot of these young adolescents do realize what they're doing.
Wow.
And intentionally overdose for whatever reasons. So one day I was out to lunch with a friend, and she says to me, "You look exhausted." And I'm like, I just blew up. I'm like, I've had it. All I deal with suicides every night for the last couple of months. I don't know what to do. And she said to me, "Why don't you just write a book? Why don't you write a book?" Because one of my frustrations with it was there's a lot of information that I cannot deliver in a reading to the parents, to the family of the suicide victim, because it's just too overwhelming. Yeah. It's hard enough delivering the messages, never mind the full scope of the message.
Right.
And I'm also limited with time and space.
Right.
So I was expressing my frustration to her, and she said to me, "Write the book." Right, because she said, "You're so full of information, and you're so frustrated. Write the book. Tell people what you want. You're telling me. I want you to tell everybody else."
Yeah. And the written word is so powerful.
So powerful.
So powerful.
And then I heard knocking on my door one night, right after that lunch, like, "Guess what? This is the book you're meant to write." And you'll read in the book. There's a whole
Was
dialogue.
that a spiritual person
Yes.
knocking on the door? You have to
Okay.
be. I understood it.
I did too.
I understood it, but the public may say, "What?" So like, okay. Although we know that somebody could knock down your door because it can a spirit in a body.
Correct.
Channeling.
Yeah.
for
Channeling,
this-
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Got
Now
it.
we got that clear.
Got that? For me, my dialogue is so familiar because this is
Yeah,
every day of my life.
Yeah.
And my bedroom is sanctuary. It's the only place nobody's allowed in except my guardian angel and tag team. So knocking on the door means they've got to wake me up out of bed if I'm sleeping in my bed. Often I also sleep on the sofa. And they told me this is the book. And you'll read in the book, I have dialogue with Spirit about how I don't want to write the book. And how this is not, it's overwhelming. And there's a whole journey. And there's spirits that start at the beginning of the book who actually walk me through the whole process of the book and become my liaison into that whole realm. So I not only have tag team and angels, I have a guardian. Her name is Michelle, who's the liaison who brings all these other spirits in and helps me get the book written. So it's a very inspiring book. It's a book that talks to those individuals, adolescents who might be contemplating suicide. It talks to those parents who have questions about from their children, or why did they do it, or how come they did it, why didn't they come talk to me? It talks, and I address that in the book as well. I address social issues, educational issues,
Wow.
parental issues.
Yeah, and as I told Theresa before when we were in the green room, I see her, and I'm going to help her get into school systems. And really, not only school systems,
Libraries, too.
libraries, but I think that more important than school systems to educate the children
Correct.
is to educate the parents at home in school meetings.
Yes.
That's really
Yes.
the key, because they need to be aware of the changes in their children, and they need to be aware of to
See the
watch.
signs.
And really, we all know that your parents guide you and they create you, and they're the ones that train your brain to be what it is. And it's such an important what's the word I'm looking
Mission?
for?
Facet of your life.
Facet of your life, but responsibility in life. When you have children, you're responsible for them. You're responsible to help them to grow, to be able to aspire without you, to be substantial, to be, on their own.
I have a complete chapter that has just my observations. And in the chapter, I talk about that. I talk about what I've observed, not only from technology, from parental supervision or lack of parental supervision, from the education system, from society. And I go through and I explain how it impacts the adolescent. And then at the middle of the chapter, I talk about some solutions, some of the things we need to do. And one of the platforms you and I had talked about in the green room was, I want to initiate a change in the words mental health.
Right.
Every young adolescent suicide that I talk to did not want that stigma of the word mental associated with them.
Right.
And
Right.
that's a very real reality
Right.
Definitely.
for
Right.
them.
I agree.
And I need adults to understand that we're dealing with young adolescents who haven't mentally and psychologically developed to the point of understanding that's not who they are. So at their age group between 11 and 24, they don't differentiate between that. An adult can just say, yes, I'm going to a therapist and it's okay, I can rationalize. But an adolescent between the ages of 11 and 24 don't have that mental, psychological, and brain development to really understand the capacity that this is important.
Yeah. And schools are really important because they are, I don't know if they're trained, but they should be cognizant of how kids come in. You know, I heard that if a child comes in with a bruise on them, it's their responsibility to let the school, the DIFUS know.
Right.
Yes.
But, you know, so it's so sad, you know, how you say that parents don't, you know, educate their
And
children.
it's the overall situation in the school, because if they're being bullied or
Absolutely.
something else is happening, or they feel that they don't fit in, this could be causes, and this should be looked at.
I agree with you totally. There's many stories in the book, and there's many young adolescents. One of the young girls, her name is Julia. She also was bullied. She was 11 years old when she took her life.
Oh my God.
Terrible.
And she tells me her story, and her mom was English, and we did a Skype reading. And you'll in the book there's two aspects. There's actual readings from clients who have agreed to let me put their readings in the book, and then there's actual interviews with spirits who come, who tell me more than I can ever give in a reading.
Right.
So Julia was the young girl whose mom contacted me for a reading, and you read about her story of how and why and what transformed in her life to put her on the other side.
Wow. It's funny because when I was on my way in my meditation state, I was thinking to myself, you know, truth is so powerful that sometimes you have to be careful how you relay that truth, because sometimes you can hurt someone rather than help them. So you're aware of that, so you don't give all the information, you put it in this book.
Correct. As a professional, gifted spiritual medium, it's my job to improve the quality of your life, not to give you information that you're going to walk out of my office feeling worse than you came in.
Right.
And that's the big difference between a professional medium versus, you know, some other person who's not.
Right.
I've been doing
Right.
this for over 35 years. So I'm very cautious of the information that I give. Not that it's authentic, but it's the way I deliver it.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
And it's very serious business. I have somebody's life in my hands when you're in my reading room.
They're definitely affected by what you're saying.
Absolutely. And I'm very
They're very
cognizant of that.
emotional.
And they're very emotional. And I want the parents, the family, even the siblings. I've even had siblings come in wanting to talk to their brother and sister because there's unresolved issues.
Wow. Wow. Let me ask Janine. Janine, do we have to take a break? Are we going to take 2 more breaks? No, we're going through it. Then we'll go to we'll go to sing. I love Madhouse TV and Tommy and Janine in the back studio.
We all do.
Yay! Tommy, Janine. Tommy,
Can I just
Janine.
make one more point?
You can make what I told you.
Spirits
this is
just
your
screaming in my
spirit.
ear.
Go ahead.
Okay. One other point I want to make is one person's reality is not the other person's reality.
Yep.
And I think that's a big perspective here that's not taken into account when we're dealing with young adolescent suicides or potential suicides.
Right.
So I have a parental perspective and I have an adolescent perspective.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why I wrote the book, because
Right.
the parent perspective
Yes.
and the true adolescent are usually so divergent that it's hard to bridge those two realities.
Right. Right.
So that was another reason why I needed to write the book, so that the parents can really sit down, take my book, read it, and digest it, versus leaving my office and being so continually to be confused and confounded of, I still don't understand.
You know what else? I think that, and this is, you know, I know you do this, and this is what's important, is it's like a release of things. You know, you'll have a client come to you, and, you know, you can't just bombard them with all the information we have in our brains, because I have so much information in my brain that sometimes I scare myself. But no, it's true.
It is true.
And I've learned, my friend, this is so funny, a really good friend, Eddie Devine, from grammar school. He called me one day, found me on Facebook, hadn't spoken to him in years. And he was saying a few things, you know, he was talking to me and stuff like that. But he said to me, and I became friends with him, re-friends with him, because he talked about God and stuff, and that's the type of people that I like to connect with. So he was telling me, he says, listen, Renee, he goes, everybody doesn't need to know everything in your life. They don't need to know. He goes, you play softball, right? I said, yes. He goes, well, you're the coach. Each player just has to take care of their own position. He goes, so all you have to tell is that third baseman how to play their position. You don't have to tell them how the whole game has to be played. They just all need to know and then they all come together, and it's a team.
That's a
and they
great
win.
analogy.
That is great.
That is great. And as
Don't thank me, thank Eddie.
But as the professional, my job is also to mediate how much information can I tell my client. Am I going to overwhelm my client to where they walk out of my office and feel so overwhelmed that they're ready for their second or third nervous breakdown?
Yeah.
So I need to really understand the work that I do, and as the professional, be able to give just enough. And you can always come back for other readings, and I have clients who do come back, and it's kind of piecemeal, especially when I'm dealing with an adolescent suicide.
Right.
It's very hard for a parent to understand why their child would take their life.
That's why I was saying, but that's what I meant to say. Like, you keep an ongoing relationship. I remember Dominic Cordelessa, who is the final one who defragmented my brain, like very powerful individual. And he would never give me an answer. He would give me a question and then say, we'll come back and I'll look for your response to that. And he'd make me process it and think through it. So it's really about us understanding and processing. And even in that situation, you just can kind of...
I have to baby spoon feed them.
Yes. And you just do it out of love.
Correct.
For them.
Out of love and out of compassion. That my job is hopefully that he get through some of the grieving process, release some of the guilt, because there's always guilt with a child passing, an adolescent.
Because a child isn't supposed to pass.
Correct.
Not supposed to bury your children.
No. We have so much to talk about,
I
Theresa.
know. But her dad's waiting.
I know. So we'll set an appointment up to come to my house, and we'll do a
Getting
whole
impatient.
Yes, he is.
whole thing.
Obviously.
Come on, take it away. What's your father's name?
I don't know. He's just standing there, very strong, very proud man. I can only tell you what they give me. Okay? You look like him, too. He says you have his eyes and you have his nose. And he's laughing. He says to me, I have a tomato nose. So, and your dad was very vivacious.
Yes.
He had a great personality. He was very funny and very animated with me. He could have been a stand-up comic in his own right.
Oh my God, yes.
Can you relate?
Yes, I can.
Okay, he's very funny with me. And please understand, you asked me for his name, and I ask, and he doesn't respond. So I can only ask, and whatever I get back is what I deliver. Sure. Okay, not everybody works the same way. Not everybody wants to talk the same way. Your dad is very animated with me. He's very funny. He's also making funny faces with me.
That's me, so.
He says to me, I made funny voices. So he did either some voiceovers or would emulate like famous people and make fun of them. So do you understand that?
I do.
Okay.
I do, yeah.
And he was very good at it, he says to me.
Yeah, he was.
He says to me to tell you he's very proud of you and he's happy that you remarried. So you just recently got married?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 months ago.
Okay, so he wants to acknowledge that.
He was at the wedding.
Oh, he was at the wedding.
He was
Don't
at the
worry
wedding.
about
Okay.
I feel that, yes.
Are we good so
that.
far?
No, go ahead. I'm
Okay.
fine. I'm totally good with it.
Because he says to me, your previous marriage was not what he would have wanted for you. Okay, you deserve a man who adores you
He does.
and loves
This
you.
one's a good guy.
And this one's a good guy.
It's a
Yeah.
good guy.
Yeah, this man really is into you.
We drew him into.
Oh, yeah.
We drew him into our family.
Yeah. Okay. Your previous, you need to let it go. Let go, let God.
Yes.
Okay? He's going to try to come back in your life, your dad says to me.
Good luck with that.
But your ex has alcohol issues.
Really?
Yep. So I'm going to leave that with you.
Okay.
Your ex battles with alcohol from a young age. He goes in cycles.
Wow.
So I'm going to talk to you about closet addictions.
Wow. It's pretty interesting.
Okay?
No, go ahead.
Well,
what else is Dad going to say?
That's a reason why
Yeah.
things in.
Yeah, your ex really has a lot of secrets.
Oh, yeah.
That's some of the secrets. Besides being the bipolar and manic depressive and all that other stuff.
Okay, that's a surprise. So
Really?
yes.
You mean
Okay.
all the different personalities that you had to deal with him, all the emotions?
No.
You
Just
found
want to
some-
remind
didn't
everybody
realize
we're
it.
around the world.
Maybe I didn't realize that.
Okay. That also says to me, too, very funny man, love to cook. Because he's showing me I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking.
That's me.
But he would cook with you or he'd cook on his own. He liked to cook.
On his own.
Yep. He said, I also like to barbecue.
Yep.
Shows me in front of a grill barbecuing.
Absolutely all the time.
Okay.
Rain, snow, hail, and sleet.
Yep. He says to me, I'd love to feed everybody. Come to my house. You'd have a good time. We'd laugh. And he says, we wouldn't just do dinner. It would be like a long, exaggerated dinner. Like we would be there for hours.
Yes.
So you didn't just come for dinner and leave. You came and it was like a celebration, a party. We'd have a ball. So he says to me, he's watching you. He's also the one leaving you pennies like breadcrumbs.
All the time. And I save every single one of them.
Okay? So he wants to acknowledge that you also found a penny on your wedding day.
Yes, I did.
Okay?
Jesus. Yeah, I did.
Okay, he left it for you to let you know I'm going to walk down the aisle with you.
Wow. It's powerful.
He also says to me, too, the bouquet of flowers that you had was really fragrant that day. Do you remember? Because he was making it sure it smelled really nice for you.
It did smell good. I mean, they were calla lilies. It smelled,
Right, but
they
they-
smell beautiful, but
But they really were. Calories don't really have a very
No,
big
they
smell.
don't. They
but
don't.
But he says to me, he made the bouquet smell.
Thank you.
So, because you remember the bouquet
Oh,
smelling.
absolutely.
Right, because calla lilies don't have a fragrance.
they don't.
Right, but the bouquet did.
Thank
That was
you.
his way of letting you know I'm there.
Thank
And it was his way of sending you love. He says to me, you were his favorite. You were his number one.
I know.
And that he loves you very much.
I love him too.
And he says to me, stop holding the guilt about his passing and that you didn't get to say goodbye. Okay? He says, that's why I haven't left you.
That's
right.
why you meant to be here today.
Obviously, yes.
Okay?
Oh, it's a good thing. I'm happy to hear that.
But is he correct in everything he just said to you?
Yeah. Yeah, the last goodbye, no, I didn't get a chance to.
Okay.
That last goodbye.
Because he says to me he will never say goodbye to you.
Okay, because I won't say goodbye to him either.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Mhm. He's around.
I talk to him every day.
He also has the cardinal outside. You see the cardinal outside
Yes.
trying to get your attention at the
Absolutely.
window, on the deck.
That cardinal is always there.
Yep, that's his way of letting you know.
Always. Or if I have a question or I talk to him, they say, there's a cardinal coming by or there's a penny on the ground.
So those are his two signs connecting with you. So thank you for letting me speak with you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Teresa, Teresa's gonna, we're gonna get together and we're gonna talk about her helping me on a fundraiser
Yes.
for the
yes.
telethon, for the
Yes.
foundation.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
That'd be
So,
great.
Oh, that'd
you
be
know, then
terrific.
she could do her thing and, we could talk about strokes and everything and hopefully you'll be there. It's gonna be in New
Yes.
Jersey, but hopefully you'll
Okay.
both be there,
That's great.
So, oh God, it goes so fast.
does.
But we get to
does.
sing now, which is to me, it's praying twice and really speaking from our hearts. And the songs that I'm singing, like Anyway and Put a Little Love in Your Heart and I Believe in Music, really tie in today to today's show. And you will see and listen to the words because I love songs that have words. And every single words to all these songs really do touch my heart and really do mean a lot. So we'll be right back, and I'm going to sing anyway by myself. Then everybody's going to come up, and hopefully Tommy will join us for Put a Little Love in Your Heart and I Believe in Music. We'll be right back.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do dogs chase cats?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hogshair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
You smell so good, I won't have to bathe the next 2 weeks. Anything. So, here, laugh a little harder. All right,
I will take him. I would be proud to show you off, you little old weirdo man.
Get a new sweater. The worst dressed man here tonight. Right? Look, get that laugh, and get it in there tonight because nobody else is going to laugh like her. She's under drugs, all right?
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do dogs chase cats?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I was born ready. Hi, I was born ready. Sorry. Hello. Let's go, Janine. We're going to do a little bit of Anyway. This is really an important song. And this is from my friend Karen, who is the most incredible background singer you'll ever have in your entire life. And this is a song that I always sing that she likes. You could spend your whole life building something from nothing. One storm can come and blow it all away. Build it anyway. You can chase a dream that seems so out of reach, and you know it might not ever come your way. Dream it anyway. God is great, but sometimes life ain't good. And when I pray, it doesn't always turn out like I think it should. But I do it anyway. I do it anyway. This is the truth. This world's gone crazy, and it's hard to believe that tomorrow will be better than today. Believe it anyway. You can love someone with all your heart for all the right reasons, and in a moment they could choose to walk away. Love them anyway. Here we go. God is great, but sometimes life ain't good. And when I pray, it doesn't always turn out like I think it should. But I do it anyway. I do it anyway. You guys can come up. Come on. They're just joining me. You pour your soul out singing a song you believe in, that tomorrow they'll forget you ever sang. I sing it anyway. Thank you so much. Great song, great words. We keep listening to that because in life we have to do things anyway when we feel it in our heart, and Theresa will be able to share that with you. Okay, we're going to thank everyone so much, and this show will continue because now Cheryl and Theresa are part of the family. Huh, we're families growing. We're families growing. Woo! Okay, we're going to have to roll on out. We're going to do I Believe in Music. Come on, Cheryl. Roll. Stop that. Just push end. Come on up. Doesn't matter. This is how we end our songs. Let's go. Shows. Well, I can just sit around making music all day long. As long as I'm making my music, I can't do nobody wrong. And who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song that makes people want to stop the fussing and fighting just long enough to sing along. Let's go! I believe in music, and I believe in love. Music is love, and love is music, if you know what I mean. And people who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hands, stomp your feet, and shake your tambourine. Lift your voices to the sky. God loves it when you sing. Let's go! I believe in music, and I believe in love. Let's go, one more time. I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. One more verse, let's go. Music is a universal language, and love is the key to find brotherhood, peace, and understanding, and living in harmony. So take your brother by the hand and sing along with me. Find out what it really means to be young and rich and free. Let's go! I believe in music, and I believe in love. God bless everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much. This is an awesome show, and we're gonna blow our kisses. Let's go. God bless. We'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Let's go. Thank you to Janine and Tommy for sticking with us. Music, Lord knows that I believe in love.